ไม่รู้เป็นอะไรมันบั๊กปุ่มอะไรมันดูเนี่ยบั๊กไม่หายด้วยดิกก่อนนะใช่ดิกไหมดิกนี่ก็น่าจะอยู่ห้องเดิมหรือมั้งห้องแห่งความรักห้องต้องประสงค์อันนี้นี่ผมปรับเป็นมาแบบครั้งหมดเลยนะปรับครั้งหมดเลย
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deek thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deed suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deek has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deek.
ก็ไปเอามาแล้วไม่ใช่เหรอซื้อคาถาปากกาประสัมพันธ์คืออะไรวะ
Hogsmeade, here I come.
นี่ผมปรับเป็นมีเดียมหมดเลยนะกลางกลางแล้วก็เริ่มตกแล้วก็แอบเปิดเลนะครับผมเปิดเลแต่แบบว่าเปิดกลางๆอ่ะผมว่าผมปิดดีกว่าเนาะรู้สึกว่ามันไม่ไหวอ่ะ2060เปิดเลไม่ไหวนะเนี่ยต้องท้อนปิดไปเลย
Hello there. Come on in. Plenty to look at here. Let's look at what we have, shall we?
คาถาปลุกผี 1,000
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the Thestrals. I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
Revelio.
เอาไปเอาตัวผู้ในนั้นมาดิแป๊บหนึ่งไหนวะนู้นนี่ปะโอ้โห
I'll look after you.
นี่ก็ตัวผู้นี่หว่าตัวผู้แล้วมันต้องขีดลงนี่จับตัวเมียสีลืม นี่ตัวนี้
Everything's all right now.
อ๋อ
Revelio.
แต่เขาแค่ตัวเมียมาอย่างเดียวใช่ไหม ตัวเมียมาอย่างเดียวเนาะ ไม่ดีมันต้องมีตัวผู้อยู่ด้วย นั้นวางไว้
Here. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
เอาไปลองดูว่าถ้าจับตัวเมียมาอย่างเดียวได้ไหม เดี๋ยวเขาสักครู่หนึง ตัวผู้เอาแค่ตัวเมียมาอย่างเดียวได้ไหม
Professor Howard will never believe this.
ผิดหลงผมหลงนี่มีแล้วนี่อ๋อมันต้องมีตัวผู้ด้วยแล้วไอ้ฮิปโปกิฟนี่ไปจับจากไหนอีกอะ
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
ไข่ฮิปโปกรีฟประมาณ29 นาที23 นาทีนานเนาะโอเคเดี๋ยวเราไปทำเควสกันก่อนแล้วกันนะเดี๋ยวมาใหม่แล้วถ้าให้รอนี่นาน โคตรไกลไม่ปลดเลยอะตรงนี้นี่แทนแล้วกัน
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
เข้าไปตีก่อนโอ้เกมกระตก
Sender! Stupid!
not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Bombada มาละ
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
วันนี้ป๊อปปี้หวาน
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
ป๊อปปี้นำ
A centaur. Tread carefully.
เซนทอร์ว่า
An
ไง
entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious. That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
ที่ช่วยไม่ทัน
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio.
Pelts. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left? Professor's goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here, all sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin-made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
แล้วป๊อปปี้นำทาง
How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So
Revelio.
what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Yes. A more hushed approach is likely wise.
I'll have you know, I'm from a lineage steeped in bravery. My uncle even dared tell my aunt the truth once about what really happened to her.
Can't figure out why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough dumb beasts for everyone.
Mr. Tallis.
Potato! Incendio!
Perhaps I'll scout around. Seems we may have an intruder.
Descendo.
You'll have to fight eventually.
Cubrito!
On my best, coming back for more.
That's the best you can do. Incendio!
Ridiculous, one has to do. Shall we finish? Back to the dirt with you. Back to the dirt. Ah, the lamp. Jolly little weed. Back in the ground with you.
Here I find you. Levioso! Potato!
Bombada!
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
ร้านค้าแล้วป๊อปปี้
Reparo.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now. And the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizardkind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Revelio.
That's a brilliant idea.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in a bar. Potato! Incendio! Cubrito!
Potato. Arrest the momentum.
Revelio.
ไงวะ
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Nah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get me precisely what I want.
Sickens me to work alongside any of them. Don't know how Ramrock's stomach's being near Rookwood.
What yet?
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we? What I wouldn't give to be a demiguise right now. Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
ใครมาก่อน
Hello, Amora. All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Yes. A more hushed approach is likely wise.
Careful! Ramrock Ward is dragon intact!
That's the troll you are.
So, like that! Don't think you'll get it out of here!
Nothing more than nothing.
We should take them.
Avoiding our back hook. Don't think you'll get it out of here!
Bumper เอาอีกอะชอยเป็นแล้วเนี่ย มานี่บอมบ้านล่ะกดอาวุธซะ
You're the one we're looking for, and you, poor friend.
กะมั่วมาเลย
Let's play.
What?
How nice.
I'll check your pockets up here. Miserable weed. Never like vegetables. I've never been
ป่าหาไปเลย บอมบ้าอ่ะ
Nice try. Put you down.
บอมบ้าอ่ะ
Is that best you can do? So much easier. That all you got? Let's see you survive that heat. You're on to the top and stinger. You will not survive this. Stop it right now. Predictable. Productor! Just hold still, Dingo!
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Đón Nga vào đó.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
เมื่อกี้ปุ่มมันบั๊กนะ
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Revelio.
ยังไงวะ นี่ถ้าได้นี้มาเนี่ยมันแน่มันจะมาอยู่ที่ฮอกมิดนะไม่ที่ฮอกวอตส์ในเวทนี้มานี่กดใช้แปลงมันรัวๆเลยเฟรมมันไม่คงที่อีกแล้วอะเมื่อกี้เนี้ยคงจะได้เวลาเปลี่ยนจริงแล้วแหละแรมนะ แต่เปลี่ยนทีมันก็แพงอะถ้าวัด 3,200 เลยนะ 2,200 ก็ 3,000 กว่าๆ
So this is the underground harbor.
Revelio.
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Revelio.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what...
Revelio.
I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snuggery.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the Golden Snidget. The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the Quaffle. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Wizards' Council.
That's correct. The Wizards' Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
จะรู้ไหมเนี่ย
The Peruvian Vipertooth.
Brilliant! Though the Vipertooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
Hengist of Woodcroft.
That's right! It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
A Demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a Lethifold?
The Patronus Charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a Lethifold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
คำถามชี้อะไรวะเนี่ยจะรู้ได้ยังไงอะ
Evangeline Orpington.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was never tickle a sleeping dragon. In Latin,
ผมว่าลืมบ้าง
the
ว่า
Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Nunquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
The Basilisk.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the Rune's Paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the Rune's Paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Pyrenees.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Isolde Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Elixir to induce euphoria.
Incorrect. The answer was Amotentia. Amotentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive, such as dusty book covers or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you'd like to try later. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
ไหนตอนแรกกูไล่ไม่ขึ้นด้วยนะอยู่แค่ตรงนั้นน่ะไอ้ห่าคำถามบางทีแม่งก็เหมือนแบบอยู่ในหนังอะใช่ไหมไม่อยากก็อยู่ในเกมอย่าบอกต้องเรื่องเวลา
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
โอเคเดี๋ยวเซตสกิลแป๊บหนึ่งเซตนี้ถึงเลือกกันเซตตุมตาม ปลดอาวุธก็นี่แล้วกันนะคลีแล้วกัน
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed, and frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to an ex-aura in Upper Hogsfield connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can, in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
ยังไงเธอเทียบส่งมาแล้วไม่ใช่เหรอต้องห้ามต้องห้ามตรงไหนวะHogwarts บัสเตียนมันบอกนะแต่ว่าเพชรไม่ขึ้นถ้าท่านเหนือป่าต้องห้างมาทางนี้แหละเพชรไม่มีเราทำของป๊อปปี้ก่อนนะกันเฮ้ยพี่ผมเห็นอะไรแมวล่างแมวไม่ได้ป๊อปปี้อยู่ตรงไหนไปที่โลกในเงาของเหมืองอ๋อนี่คือเซบาสเตียนรออยู่โอเคเดี๋ยวผมไปหาป๊อปปี้ก่อนแล้วกันนะฮอกบิดป๊อปปี้อยู่นี่เดี๋ยวคาถาเลยอ่ะพี่ยังไม่ได้เรียนคาถาสะกดใจเนาะ
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? Revelio.
อยู่ในร้านนี่เหรอ ตกยับมีปรับกลางหมดนะก็ตกยับสวัสดีป๊อปปี้
This is a change of pace from our
Don't
last
remind
outing.
me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
แค่นี้ มันมี2 เควสไม่ใช่เหรอช่างมันแล้วกันนี้น่าจะยังไม่ได้เรียนมั้งน่าจะเป็นแบบทะลุด่านไปก่อนมั้ง
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting...
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
I have some promising news about the location of our Hebridean dragon friend and where to return her you-know-what. Meet me in the town circle in Hogsmeade.
Poppy ช้าไปแล้ว Poppy.
There they are, up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Revelio.
The wizard will be defeated.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ranrock's loyalists are out for blood.
I feel as though you're not even trying.
I should defeat you no matter how you shake me.
Confringo!
You from shoes to chapeau. Let's get this over with.
Confringo!
No! I will make you pay. Not quiet enough.
Stop! I'm afraid of heights!
Bombarda!
Think you're...
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through, or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose.
An intruder!
Really?
There you are.
Ranrock way.
เอาค้าง
You won't get away with it. This doesn't hurt. Point of this exactly.
Fringo, impressed?
Whatever the hell you shake me! Rather unwise coming back.
I'll get you for this. What are you doing? What is this?
Perhaps we can find an alternate route up ahead.
Bombarda!
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
ทำไมจับ
It is.
โยน
And that was relatively
อ่า
fun.
เรียกว่าอะไรเพื่อนมันไม่ได้ งง
Revelio.
เฟกแล้วจะจับโยนเพื่อนไม่ได้
For better or for worse, we're in.
Over here! Fringo!
Fringo!
All around.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I
don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Not your best moments, I fear.
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
That leg is awfully high. Any ideas?
It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the solar size, or the fangs. Eerie qualities, really. Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Revelio. Reparo.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Heckert would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war. Single rune.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Someone's I won't rest. How childish. No! I will make you pay. Let's get this over with.
We're not finished yet.
It's almost as if they were waiting. certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap for a Slytherin.
Ah, there's that Hufflepuff loyalty you're so well known for.
Confringo! Revelio!
Now,
Confringo!
we can have a look around in peace. A rune symbol above the cabin
Revelio.
door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
อ๋อ
Confringo!
Wasn't expecting that.
Revelio!
What do you have there?
A journal and... Sebastian! I think I found
Hopefully
something.
it will help us unravel more
canvas
of this
piece.
mystery. Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Sebastian.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
His are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This place is odd, to be sure, but I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the trek back out of here and to Hogwarts.
Unless we can find another passageway to the Undercroft. Let's have a look around.
And now for the moment of truth.
It has to fit.
อันนี้แหละ
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins.
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
ฟังกูบ้างมาต่อเฟสติวัลเตียนเลยมาอิมเปริโอจะได้มีคาถาไว้แบบไล่ให้แบบศัตรูแบบเป็นพวกเราแป๊บหนึ่ง
Wonder who lives here. Wonder if I'm safe to
You're
explore.
here. Good.
มาตอนไหนเนี่ยฮะที่อยู่นี่อยู่เลย
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Revelio. Confringo.
Confringo.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. The rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Accio. Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Revelio. Accio.
This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant. world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight. Watch your step. I nearly slipped there.
ไปแต่ไม่เต้นเนี่ยได้2 ทางอ่ะ
Revelio. Accio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Did you hear that?
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Here. Guardian Leviosa. There's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look,
Revelio.
bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or, in this case, no bone.
ลงไปทางลง
That's a lot of bone, I think.
ยังไม่ใช่อ่ะ
Guardian Leviosa.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
จากข้อ 2 นะครับ
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go.
Imperio.
Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard. Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you. Revelio.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols. That worked. Keep going.
Guardian Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done.
มันแน่อยู่เลยครับแต่ว่า
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Sendo!
Imperio!
Ringo!
Take it! Stupefy! Stupefy! I thought that'd never end. Confringo! Revelio!
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian, the relic! Look!
Could it be?
สักครู่ของจะเต็มบ่อยเกินแฮะไม่มีเขียวเลยเราไปอัพได้นะ35 เต็มง่ายไปทำเควสอะ
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
Oh, hey.
Is that ominous?
ไม่มาได้ไงอะ
Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again. As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
บินไม่ได้ด้วยวาร์ปได้ปะเรียบร้อยไม่มีที่วาร์ปบินไม่ได้
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke, over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
One less human.
We've got them. They'll retreat. We'll make them.
You won't get away.
Stop provoking them.
I'm handling it. We have to fight.
Expulsion. Got him. This is almost too easy. Ringo. Miss me.
You'll not win here. We've got them. They'll retreat. We'll make them retreat.
มันเชื่อมค้างว่ะ
Stop provoking them.
I'm handling it.
I'm handling it. Expulsion. I won't rest.
จะปรับเปลี่ยนเพศทุกวัน
Nowhere to go.
We have to fight.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Reparo. Revelio. Revelio.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
เนี่ยใช้ไม่ได้อีกอันไหนวะที่ว่าอันนี้ปะตัวโยนถังเนี่ยเดี๋ยวไว้ลองดูที่เขาบอกว่ามันมีทั้งหมดกี่อันประมาณเกียนนะ36นะเดี๋ยวดูกันที่มันจะมีอันนั้นเกินไหมโอเคต่อไปนะครับก๊อปปี้ก่อนแล้วกัน
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Likely she saw an advertisement in the Daily Prophet.
Or perhaps
It's not like her to forget.
Or could merely be a coincidence.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realized that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
Well done. You certainly know what you were doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right. I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg. Here we are. I do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
Okay, มาละ
That sounds straightforward enough.
We should be in and out. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
I don't suppose you've thought about keeping it, have you?
No. It belongs to her. Keeping it will make me just as bad as the poachers.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Okay.
Well then, let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot. Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are. There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
แน่ใจนะป๊อปปี้ว่ามันไม่กัด
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet. There she is again. Repair her.
Fantastic.
From a distance.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably will be that. Hebrideans love sheep.
What just... How lucky for us.
She must have been starved to pick off the gravel.
Or just raring for a fight.
Quiet, what was that?
ป๊อปปี้อย่าช้าดิป๊อปปี้
Well, there's no turning back now.
หายยาหมดตัวยามา
Watch out! It's her domain. She'll make sure. Keep up. We've just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she'd listen to reason.
I'd normally get to that opening below her. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. Look, underneath her. I think we're close. She's leaving! Quickly!
Brilliant.
โอ้จะตายลืมดูเลือดเลย
There's the
น่าจะ
nest.
ซื้อ
We're
มาก่อน
almost there.
ชิบหายแล้วไง
Why is every bridge here broken?
Reparo.
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without too much fuss. That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Horntail Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True. So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
ลืมดูโพชั่น
How could I have been so blind?
New instruments are expensive, you know.
นี่เขาโผล่มาที่อยู่บ้านฮอกมิดใช่ไหมไปซื้อโพชั่นสักหน่อย
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lawing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble. A wise decision. Thank you. A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
แล้วโพชั่นมีแล้วไหนอีกนะนอกจาก6 เม็ดหมู่บ้านนี้ป่ะเราไปดูสิซื้อตุนไว้ก่อนแล้วก็เดี๋ยวไปที่ห้องต้องประสงค์นะครับ
Off on another adventure, are we?
หมู่บ้านไหนวะไม่ใช่หมู่บ้านนี้แน่นอนใกล้จะที 2แล้วนะเดี๋ยวเราจะลงไลฟ์ละเดี๋ยวว่าจะเข้าภารกิจอีกสักภารกิจหนึ่งแล้วก็เดี๋ยวจะลงไลฟ์เลยแล้วกันนะ
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Oh, my sincerest gratitude, you brave soul.
ไม่ใช่
Thank you for passing through. Oh, it's you.
หมู่บ้านไหนวะเฮ้ยหมู่บ้านไหนวะที่ให้เราไปส่งยานะบ้านนี้ไม่ใช่อ่ะแล้วพี่มันจะมีร้านโพชั่นอยู่อีกร้านหนึ่งลองดูถ้าไม่มีเดี๋ยวเข้าไปที่ต้องห้องต้องประสงค์แล้วกัน
What are you up to now?
ด้านหลังจะมี
Are you one of the students who saved little Archie Bickle?
Hello, sir. What do you...
Hello.
What do you have for sale?
นี่ขายอะไรอ่ะ
What can I help you with today?
โพชั่น2 ขวด
Ah, yes, a wonderful choice. I hope to see you again sometime.
มี5 ขวดแล้วก็ไปที่Hogwartsเดี๋ยวไปคุยกับนาธาเลียนาตี้วิเดี๋ยวเราดูเควสของเจ้าเด็กก่อนว่าเสร็จแล้วหรือยังนะเฮ้ยเอาผิด เฮ้ยตัวน้อย
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
โอเคไปบอกดิกกันดีกว่าไล่เฟสดิกก่อนแล้วกันไหนๆก็มาแล้ว
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we both can see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
What a horrible tale, Deke. I'm so sorry.
Deke has only told Professor Weasley that story, and now yourself. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
เซบาสเตียนมาเรื่อยๆเลยเว้ยอันนี้น่าจะเป็นเควสคุยเฉยๆมั้งเนี่ยว่าจะเข้าภารกิจหลักไงของเซบาสเตียนมาเราก็ทำก่อนแล้วกันมันจะได้ไม่ยืดเยื้อจริงๆก็อยากได้คาถาไอ้นี่เลยนะอวดาป่ะ
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft, nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought she handed it to me. This will keep you safe, she said. It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet.
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
I shall wait to hear from you then.
Thank you. I very much appreciate you standing by me through all of this. I'll send you an owl when I have news.
Puppy เข้าเควสหลักก่อนนะกันนะเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวจะใครเควสหนึ่งไงมีเควสเดียวครับเควสหลักเควสเดียวเดี๋ยวจะไปนอนแล้วนะครับคุณเข้างานเช้าจริงๆผมต้องเข้าดึกเนี่ยถ้าเข้าดึกเนี่ยผมมีเวลามาไลฟ์ให้ได้อยู่ไงไหนวะถึงยังเนี่ย
I had an awful time intelligent the other day.
Hello there.
เควสมันเหรอ
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Serona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Serona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio. It's like a place right out of a storybook. What do you have in store for me this time? A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here.
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
The door is looking at us. Revelio. Revelio.
Yes, of course. Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Revelio.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Spells glance off of me.
At your service. Unforgivable! What's a human telling you?
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through here safely, Amit. You have my word.
I'll be quiet. I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
A schematic? There must be more notes around here. What could they be building?
Revelio.
Fascinating to see gobbledygook written in a goblin hand. The flourishes are extraordinary. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building out here.
Revelio.
ไม่ใช่ทางนี้มาเลย
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. I can't return to Lodrock empty-headed.
Get away!
Much worse.
I wonder if the boiler powers the lever. I suspect it must.
Revelio.
มีทางไปดิ
Revelio.
I was right not to be worried about you.
Right. Don't wish to be seen.
How dare you!
The area's still clear. If anybody cares. What's that? Who's there? Somebody there? Hello?
Rather unwise coming back this way.
I will have my revenge! Put me on the ground now! Ranrock, will you not? I shall have been.
One less human to worry about. Let's get this over with. No! I will make you pay.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them, I'll meet.
I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
Such arrogance.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
ทางไหนกลับทางไหนก่อน
Can we please talk about what just happened?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lord Cock.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lord Gog, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Okay, ต้องลาอีกแล้ว
I hope Professor Fig...
I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
คุยกับศาสตราจารย์เหรออ๋อหน้ากากนี้พบพันธุ์สัตว์พิเศษเลยดูที่ว่าถ้าทำแบบที่เขาว่ากันว่าเนี่ยนอนรอเรื่อยๆเรียกเควสเรียกว่าเตียนจะโผล่มาไหมว่าไม่น่าโผล่นะอาจจะต้องเล่นโหมดเรื่องไปอีกนะมั้งไม่โผล่นะโพสนกคู่ตอนนี้ยังไม่มีไม่มีนะถ้าจะต้องรอนักคู่มาหรือมั้งแม้ว่าผมจะวาร์ปมาที่ฮอกวอตส์ก่อนนะครับผมจะตัดพาร์ทไปตรงที่ฮอกวอตส์นะเพราะตอนนี้ก็ตีสองแล้วนะครับโอเคตัดไปที่ฮอกวอตส์โอเคเดี๋ยวไว้เจอกันใหม่ในไลฟ์หน้านะครับผมนะสำหรับไลฟ์ในพาร์ทที่เท่าไหร่วะ9 หรือ 10 9มั้งนะครับผมนะเดี๋ยวไว้เจอกันใหม่ในพาร์ทหน้าสำหรับพาร์ทนี้ขอตัวลาไปก่อนนะครับผมนะนี่ก็ดึกแล้วนะ หากใครที่มาดูคลิปนี้หรือผ่านมาดูนะครับผมนะฮะถ้าชอบก็อย่าลืมช่วยกันกด Subscribe กันด้วยนะครับผมนะครับเพื่อเป็นกำลังใจในการทำคลิปต่อไปนะครับโอเคไว้เจอกันใหม่ในพาร์ทหน้าครับผมสำหรับพาร์ทนี้ขอตัวจากลาไปก่อนสวัสดีครับ